Hi Flosstube, this is Amanda from Pennington Terrace, and I'm going to do a little bit of a different Flosstube today where I'm just going to make really short videos and then compile them together. Today is the Sunday the 26th of April, so the day after Anzac Day. The 24 hours of cross-stitch marathon just happened. I did not participate this time around, but I know a few people who did. Particularly Debbie Wilson, amazing effort there by Debbie. She did over 4,000 stitches in her long dog sampler piece, so definitely go and check her out. I will link her below. I wanted to start off with my Heaven and Earth chart, artwork by Josephine Wall, and this is Alexandra's Flight of Wonders. So I am just completing the top row here. Oops. All across here, so I'll show you where I am. Here she is. So I'm working over here where I'm completing the 4th and 5th page. I'm planning on working on her a bit today. So really enjoying that. I think I'm just crossed over 30% done, so we'll see how that goes. Okay guys, this is one of my whips, Enchantress of the Abyss by Belle Filipina. Get in there to see how beautiful she is. Oh, that fabric looks quite dark when I zoom in there. I only realised last night just how many beads are in these flowers. So many beads here as well, up in here. They're absolutely beautiful, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. And this is where I'm up to here. So I've just been, I went from the center out on this one. This is a Colour Cascades fabric 32 count Lugana. I will add the details below. And the colorway is Oceans. This is my first time using Rine. I'll see if I can zoom in here. But the Rine here and here hasn't been too bad. That's been a number 4 Rine. And the Rine in the tail here has been quite nice. This Rine, this dark green, is an 8. And it feels very thick when it goes through. I really love the look though, so I'm quite happy to persevere, and I've just been taking everybody's advice with respect to using very short strings of Rine instead of my usual longer ones. This is Mermaid Tail Needle Minder by Lisa Loves Stitching. I think that's what she's called. It's Lisa Schofield. She's based up here in Queensland, Brisbane as well. And I bought this one because the green matches the tail of this mermaid, but she does have a few others and a few Scrabble pieces which are fantastic. So I'll link her Etsy shop below. Go and check her out. This is my Harry Potter Grime Guard by Teaser Handmaids. I get her to make all of my things because she's just really good at it. And this was a little needle minder freebie that Janet Nunn threw in for me in my last order from JK's Cross Stitch Supplies. Yeah, so Belle Filipina, Enchantress of the Abyss. And now I want to introduce you to the current love of my life, Professor McCrum. Artwork by Cheryl Baker, a Heaven and Earth chart design. I'm doing this guy a little bit differently. I'm doing this on 25 count Lugana 1/1, whereas my Josephine Wall piece is 18 count Ada 2/1. I'm finding this one is stitching up incredibly quickly. I've done nearly 4,500 stitches in a week. I started him about a week today. So, and here's where I've gotten. I haven't pulled him out of the Q-snap because everything I've done fits into this Q-snap, and it's an 8x8. So far the green blends the blue of his shirt here, and this is the bottom of his whiskers coming across. So here, this part here. Really struggling to put this one down. Nadine from Nad's X-Stitch suggested that if I'm really mad about him at the moment, I should do something like Stitch Sania, which was recommended by Lindy Stitches, where I just focus on the one piece for May, and if I reach my goals by the end of each week, then maybe reward myself with a small start. I still don't know what I'm going to do for Stitch Mania, so stand by. I bought my 25 count Lugana from Sew It All Australia, and this is my Hermione needle minder from Teaser Handmaids. And here we have Beauty and the Beast by DonaStitch. I think it's now called Belle. I've been working on this, I think, since July last year. It's going to be a gift for my young daughter, so I've been hacking away at it. She has a birthday in May, which fingers crossed I'll get it done. But I've been working, this has been my train piece, so it's been getting about 40 minutes a day. And this is where I'm up to now. So I've changed the colour of his shorts to a grey, and I've made his coat just that little bit darker blue because I felt like he blended in too much with the stairs. But I finished the staircase this week, which was just a mammoth effort. There are hundreds and hundreds of stitches that go across horizontally on those staircases, so that was pretty exciting to finish. So I have to finish up that frame on the right hand side, which will probably take a whole lot of 3808, a few more colour tiles that come into the right of that rose, and a couple more leaves. But definitely on my way to a finish with this one. This is on 32 count white Jobelin, which I purchased from 123 Stitch. And now that the Australian dollar has tanked, I haven't even been looking at 123 Stitch because everything has become incredibly more expensive for us, which is my first world problem. But yeah, Beauty and the Beast by DonaStitch. And here is Alice by AuryTM, the Quaker Alice. I was really excited when AuryTM put out a reprint of this just recently. Inspired to stitch this originally by Michelle from Mitch Stitch, and now we're all doing it using a hashtag, the Alice is back Sal. Alice is back Sal. There's a few people doing this with me, so Debbie Wilson, Mel from Patchy Pony, Nadine from Nad's X-Stitch. I will add all the people I'm talking about below, but here is my version of Alice. So I've started with the Red Queen dress, the Rose Garden, and I just finished the little mouse recently. I'm doing this on a Jay's X-Stitch linen called Spun Sugar, so it's a very faint pink, which is nice. That B5200's coming up okay. I was a bit worried it would be washed out, but that's working out well. And then I had Taryn from Teaser Handmaids make me a matching Alice Grime Guard and project bag. And there's my little Alice needle minder to go with it. So that's Alice by AuryTM. Join the sale, jump along, hashtag Alice is back. Here is my strawberries from Luca-S Designs. My pattern got damaged a little bit, but this was the one. I'm doing this on 32 count white Belfast, and I turned my fabric the wrong way, so I'm not going to actually fit it all on. So I'm going to be cutting out this strawberry here and cutting out here. So you won't see that strawberry, it just ends there at the leaf here, but I'll show you where I'm up to with this. There you are. I've been working over here down on the blends in this leaf here. So I need to put a little bit of time into this. This is for my auntie, so I'll have it framed and she can have it for her kitchen. So I'm enjoying this. It's anchor thread. It's the first time I've really used anchor thread for a project, and I really don't mind it at all. But I did swap out the kit aider and put in linen. This is also a sal with Helen Blue Mountain Stitcher on Instagram and with Gail Phillips, who is Miss Stitch on Instagram and Gail Phillips on YouTube. I'll link them both below, but I believe it's just the strawberry sal, hashtag strawberry sal on Instagram. And my Dutch project by Dear Rine. She has a Dutch website. I sent her an email. She sent me a PayPal invoice. I paid that and she emailed this chart straight through to me. I was enabled to do this by Anne, who goes by Hooks on Instagram, and I met her and saw this beautiful piece stitched at the Mittagong Stitches Retreat last year. I'm doing this as a sal with Jay from Jay's X Stitch, and here's where I'm up to now. I'm doing this on a 22 count black hardanger. I'm using Silks For You, gold, teal and grape. So I've just come across here. I just need to finish this tree, finish off my border here, and then there will be another tile, another grape tile here. Very, very teeny tiny stitches on this one, which is always a little bit hard to get neat. But I'm pretty sure when this is finished, it's going to look quite powerful. It's definitely going to be bold in those colours. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the whips I've been working on this week. I've just finished one more little project, but it's a surprise gift, so stand by and I might update that on the next video. Thanks guys. And just while I was talking about Taryn from Teaser Handmaids, I just wanted to show you all the beautiful finish she did on my son's Christmas stocking for me. So this was one of my oldest whips. It's an old Dimensions kit, one of the Dimensions stocking. It traveled the world with me. I dragged this thing around for years and years, and I finally committed to finishing it this year. So it's the kit Ada, the light blue Ada. And show you typical Dimensions style back stitching. But Taryn finished this for me. Here's the backing. Oh, it's got a spare thread on it. The backing. Let's have a look. Beautiful red lining. And my hanger. My son can't understand why we can't put it up yet, and I said he has to wait until Christmas. So thanks very much, Taryn. We love it. Hi Flosstube, this is just a little extra video on the end to show you some recent FFOs. This one you're looking at now is The Fabulous Women of History by Clouds Factory. I didn't do all of the women, I did 2 rows of the 4, and I added J.K. Rowling. I changed a couple of the colours. It's all DMC, but I changed a couple of the colours just because I chose to do it on black. So it's on 18 count black Ada. So I'll just zoom in and show you there how it all turned out. But the fabulous pillow finish was done by the lovely Gail Phillips. I'll tag her below, but you should definitely go and have a look at all of her beautiful projects. But I sent her down some fabric and stuffing, and she kindly finished it off into a pillow for me, and then taught me how to finish pillows myself, so I'm very lucky. And at this point, Mel, Patchy Pony, and Kerry, the creative curator, if you are both watching, you need to stop the video now if you don't want to see what I'm posting you in the mail. Okay. My other FFO this week is for Mel, Patchy Pony. This is one of the flower horse designs by Zindagi Designs, or Zindagi Designs on Etsy, Zin with a Z. And I used the mystery linen from our Mittagong Stitches Retreat freebie bag. and I finished it off. I found some fabric from Spotlight which I thought matched the floral design here. So I will pop that in the mail for you. I just used my sewing machine to do the pillow, but Gail taught me how to finish it off by hand. So thanks, Gail. But Mel, that will be in the post to you very, very soon. Now, Kerry, this is a little pillow for you. This is an owl. I'll try and sit in here. By La Selva. I used one of the hand-dyed cut-offs from Jay's X-Stitch Fabrics. She came down to the Mittagong Stitches Retreat as well, and we were able to purchase little bags of offcuts. So this is how I'm making my smalls at the moment. I have filled this with crushed walnut shells, so it's like a little hacky sack, which is nice. And I used on the back some of some old fabric from Spotlight, which is quite lovely. But I did finish it off at the top here by hand. So I was quite happy with that finish. Again, Gail helped me with the finishes. But yeah, they're my FFOs this week to show you. I'm going to tag everybody I'm talking about below. Bye guys.